Thank you, Madam Secretary. The chairman just informed me that he's going to have to excuse himself for a few minutes. So let me start with Ambler. You know the project very well. This is a proposed private haul road to a mining district that has great copper and numerous critical mineral potential. I think pretty key to the administration's push for the minerals that are needed for clean energy. And as I mentioned in my opening, ANILCA created the gates of the Arctic National Park and Preserve. It's about 8.4 million acres. The same sections of the same law provide for surface transportation access to the Ambler district. So I've got behind me a copy, or a quote from Section 201(4). And it says, in the highlighted area, Congress finds that there is a need for access for surface transportation purposes across the western Kobuk River unit of the Gates of the Arctic National Preserve from the Ambler Mining District to the Alaska Pipeline Haul Road, and the Secretary shall permit such access in accordance with the provisions of this subsection. I think the text of the law is very clear, but what is equally clear is that this was a balance here. Congress created Gates of the Arctic and then guaranteed access to Ambler. The Secretary shall permit access. So the concern, the problem that we have is when the administration announced that it will be choosing the no action alternative, it effectively denies this project to proceed, which is directly contrary to the federal law that is stated pretty clearly, and contrary to, again, this very careful balance that ANILCA struck between development and conservation. So I look at this, and as a lawyer that hasn't practiced in a long time, I can read the plain meaning of the law. Do you not see that the action that the administration has moved forward with as a no-action alternative is contrary to the clear stated intention of this section of ANILCA?
Senator, as you know, the department has not yet made a final decision regarding either of the rights-of-way for Ambler Road. The proposed 211-mile route, it crosses different lands, approximately 25 miles of BLM-managed lands and 26 miles of NPS-managed lands. ANILCA does not address Ambler Road crossing BLM-managed lands. Those are all things that we needed to take into consideration. The BLM's discretionary authority to issue a right-of-way over BLM-managed lands is found in FLPMA, however. We don't feel that we are ignoring the law. We are, in fact, doing exactly what the law has directed, and, of course, we're happy to follow up with you for the record on specific legal citations.
I think we do need to have an understanding here, because if I'm interpreting what you've just said, you're effectively saying that Congress protected the wrong lands, that it was parklands instead of BLM lands, and you're ignoring the plain text, again, of the law, which says, from the Ambler Mining District to the Alaska Pipeline Haul Road. I don't think that language could be any clearer. So the other thing that I heard you say here, though, is that this is not the final. The final is coming. I understand that. But are you suggesting here that we might see something different than the no-action alternative coming out of the administration?
I am not saying anything. I mean, I essentially don't have any news to share today with respect to that, but we are more than happy to stay in touch with your office and try to answer any other specific questions.
Let me ask it another way. How is this not a federal taking? How is this not a federal taking of lands that the state of Alaska owns, because nobody's disputing that they own the lands in the Ambler district, but if the administration proceeds with this, they are unable to access it despite the guarantees in federal law. How is that not a taking?
Senator, I apologize. It sounds like a specific legal question, one that our solicitor would be happy to discuss with you. And in fact, I know that you have spoken with Bob Anderson on many occasions, and I'm happy to have his office follow up.
Well, and what I would like is a formal legal analysis from Interior on how this no action decision complies with ANILCA. I want to know if you believe that the no action actually is within the law. I would like to see that before a record of decision is announced. We will now turn to Senator Reid. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Senator Peters.
Thank you. Secretary Haaland,